Hey trackies, welcome back to another video here on TXT Track Time. Please remember to like the video and also subscribe to the channel. So it seems as though Tina Clayton will not be selected to represent Jamaica at the upcoming World Indoor Track and Field Championships slated to start the 21st of March, which is a Friday, through to Sunday the 23rd, 2025 in the women's 60-meter dash. Now you all know there's been a huge debate on this channel who will rep Jamaica in that women's 60-meter dash, especially after that very, very intriguing and interesting World Indoor Championship qualifier. Before that, a lot of people were looking towards Tia Clayton based on the performances that she's done so far this season, not only from a time perspective, but just how she looks executing. She looked like the top billing athlete. And of course, Jordan Williams has been having a stellar season so far, getting faster and faster, and looked to have the sure nod heading into that World Indoor Championships for the 60 meters. However, at the World Indoor Championship qualifier, Tina, twin sister of Tia, said, hold up. I am still here and I've returned. And she dropped a bomb on the field, winning that indoor 60 meter or winning that outdoor 60 meter qualifier race trackies, where it now left people's tongues wagging. Who would represent Jamaica at the World Indoor Championships? Now, trackies, interestingly, as I said at the beginning of the video, it seems as though Tina Clayton was not selected. Now, the reason why I'm saying she was not selected is because coming up on the 22nd, which is Saturday in March, she will be slated to run at the Velocity Fest 16, right? So she's slated to run because she's right dead smack on the poster at this particular event. And the 22nd is right smack in the middle of the 21st and the 23rd. So it doesn't take a rocket scientist to realize that, hey, Tina Clayton will not be running at the World Indoor Championships, which means that potentially, or maybe we can just call it from now, it seems as though Tia Clayton and Jordan Williams will be the athletes that will represent Jamaica at the World Indoor Championships. Now, I know a lot of people in the comments were for Tina representing in the women's 60 meters simply because she actually did go to the World Indoor Championship qualifier and not only compete in one round, but she also competed in the final round as well, where she ran a really nippy 7.08 seconds. And a lot of people saying, look here, she went to the qualifier, she won that qualifier, so she should definitely be on that plane to represent Jamaica. Though Jordan Williams did go and also clocked a really fast 7.07 seconds in the heat, she did not participate in the finals. However, trackies, I just want to clear something up, right? This was actually a qualifier and not a trials, which means that it was a meeting to make sure that all participants or all athletes that are interested in participating at the World Indoor Championships would be able to meet the criteria of qualifying to actually enter the event. So before you can actually go to a World Indoor Championships or any championships for that matter, you have to hit the qualifying marks, right? So that's why that championship was there for those who had not previously hit the mark to go and get that qualifying mark. Now, Jordan Williams got that qualifying mark from in the heat and she's like, okay, no more need to compete. And of course, we saw Tina Clayton carry through all the way to the finals. And of course, she clocked that 7.08 seconds, which was very similar to the 7.07 that Jordan Williams clocked, which, as I said, made it seem as though both of them were dead heat as it relates to who could potentially get the nod to represent Jamaica. But trackies, all in all, for me, I'm not, mad at this decision at all. Now, trackies, I know some of y'all are not going to be looking at this result or this decision favorably. Think about it. Jordan Williams so far has proved herself for 2025, not only outdoors where she has that 7.07 clocking, which is the fastest legal time for a Jamaican outdoors. She also has the fastest time indoors among the three athletes that we spoke about when it comes to competing on that indoor stage. Remember, I talked about Tia Clayton. I said, based on everything that I've seen so far this season, I believe she looks better than everybody else. She went indoors to compete, and the fastest time that she's clocked so far indoors was at 7.18 seconds. Now, we also had Tina Clayton go indoors and compete as well, and the fastest time that she has clocked was at 7.36 seconds. However, Jordan Williams competed indoors as well, and she has clocked, as I said, the fastest time recorded by a Jamaican that will be going or will be in consideration for representing Jamaica, which is at 7.14 seconds. So when you look at it, track is from both aspects, whether it be indoors or outdoors, Jordan Williams has the fastest times so far for a Jamaican. Now, I know there's a 7.02 done by Tia, and of course, the 7.05 done by Tina. However, those times were done with a wind above the allowable, which means that it's not a legal time and will not be used, trackies, as a point of reference when it comes to who has really clocked the fastest times so far for an athlete that could potentially represent Jamaica at the World Indoor Track and Field Championships. So as far as I'm concerned, trackies, I believe it's a good choice. Tia Clayton, as I said, for me, just looking at it, though her times don't really reflect what I believe she's capable of, as I said, given everything that I've seen from Tia Clayton so far this season, I believe hands down that when she gets indoors, she'll definitely be able to clock a sub 7 seconds indoors. And I know that may sound crazy to a lot of y'all, but I believe it's very, very possible. If you look at her execution so far and she's been able to clock a 7.18 seconds, then what do you think could potentially happen to her once Steven gets her ready to compete indoors? Definitely think a sub 7 is on the clock. Why? If we take into consideration what an Elaine Thompson Hero was able to do indoors in her breakout season, and also a Sharika Jackson as well in her breakout season, we had Elaine Thompson Hero in her breakout season clock at 7.06 seconds at the World Indoor Championships. Then we had a Sharika Jackson clock at 7.04 seconds indoors for her breakout year in that 60 meters. Now, when you look at both athletes, a Sharika Jackson and an Elaine Thompson Hero, one thing is clear. They clearly don't have the best starts, technically, at least when it comes to executing that first 30. They, maybe sometimes get it right. For the most part, they don't get it right. But when you look at a Tia Clayton, especially once this season had begun, 2025, you can clearly see where that first 30 is immaculate in her racing. So as far as I'm concerned, Tia Clayton was clearly a go-to choice for me. And of course, Jordan Williams has been having an excellent season as well, and I definitely have no issues and definitely also tip my hat to that selection as well for Jordan Williams, and I can't wait to see how these athletes will represent Jamaica on the global stage. But anyway, trackies, as I said, I know some of y'all will be dissenting, I know some of y'all will be complaining, I know some of y'all will be finding faults. Yes, it's your turn. Get in the comment section and complain all you want and tell me why you believe who should have been selected for this women's 60 meters that will be representing us at the World Indoor Championships. But don't forget, trackies, even if we disagree, like the video, okay? We're not gonna always agree. So like the video and also subscribe to the channel. I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Bye.